I'm your friendly neighbor, Web-Warrior Fanatic, and we are back with my wife. She's back on the channel after over a year of hiatus. And yeah, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day, the movie that we just watched together.
Yep. Hello, everyone. Sorry it took me so long to get back here.
Yeah, I've been trying to get her back, and I told her that you guys want to see her, but yeah, she's finally back here. I mean, it's something that we both really were excited to see, the new movie, and yeah, we just want to share our thoughts here. So I thought this would be a perfect place to do that. So before we begin, I do want to let you guys know the first part of the video will be spoiler free, and then we'll just talk about like our thoughts about a movie, and then we'll go into spoiler stuff. So and we'll make sure to let you guys know whenever we are doing spoiler stuff. Okay, so I guess we should give a little bit of a background for like how much like we like Marvel and stuff. So we've seen every single Marvel movie, right? Like all the MCU
Yeah.
movies and all the Spider-Man movies. We're big Marvel fans here in this household. Um, and so everyone knows, who is your favorite Spider-Man like before this movie? Like Toby, Andrew, or Tom Holland?
Tom, obviously.
Okay, cool, cool. High five. High five. That's good. Yeah, we are both big Tom Holland fans, like over the other two, even before this movie. I think that most people like Toby the most, and I feel
Yeah.
like Tom. I don't know. I feel like Tom doesn't get the love that he deserves.
I mean, he gets a lot of love, I'm not gonna
Really?
lie.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
all over TikTok right now, I just see Tom and Zendaya, but maybe
Yeah.
that's my page, like,
Yeah.
curated. But yeah, I see a lot of love for them both.
Yeah.
Maybe more for Zendaya, to be honest.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's. I think I'm in a different group of like people and fans. Yeah, I think a
Mhm.
lot of comic book fans and like maybe diehard Spider-Man fans really have a lot of nostalgia for Toby's movies. But
Yeah.
yeah, I could definitely see the love for Zendaya and Tom being in the same movie right now. But I do feel like with this movie, in my opinion, I think that Tom has really cemented himself as the best Spider-Man now, like undisputed.
Yeah, I think this really showcased sorry, our cat is
That's it.
exploring back there.
Yeah,
Um, I think, yeah, it like showcased a lot of his maybe like acting, I guess,
yeah,
in a way. And it was for me, it was like more emotional
yeah.
in a way. So I don't know, I felt like it was more impactful.
Yeah, I feel like it was a very, very emotional movie, and there's like so many like there's a specific scene. I won't go too much into it, but it's him and MJ
Hmm.
and or Zendaya's character. She plays MJ, and man, like Tom's face, like like he's making like the veins come out. He's like
Yeah.
crying, but like not crying. Oh my goodness, he's so good, and yeah, I definitely agree. This is probably I don't know if it was more emotional than No Way Home. Did you feel like it was more emotional than that
I
one?
think so. I just was more affected by this one. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, spoilers for No Way Home. I mean, you guys. I mean, that's been out for like a few years now. But Aunt dies in No Way Home. So
Yeah.
like that was pretty tough.
I I did, get emotional with that, obviously, but like
Yeah,
this brought back like the flashback of Aunt May dying, right?
yeah,
Like in a way, like
yes,
they brought her back.
yeah,
But it was compacted more with,
yeah, yeah,
whatever happened in the last movie. Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
this I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean they didn't bring back Aunt They just have like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
flashbacks and scenes
Flashbacks,
like
yeah.
with her,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was very yeah. I really like how grounded and like secluded it was. Right,
Hmm.
it had no ties with like the rest of the MCU. And I think that was a really good way to showcase like Spider-Man himself. And this is probably, and I mean, I told you this before we watched like No Way Home, like the previous movie, but I feel like that's, well, I, for a long time, felt that Tom's movies were the weakest, even though I liked him the most as Spider-Man, because none of his movies really felt like it was about him. There's always like other people like still in the spotlight,
Yeah.
and this one really felt like it was about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Norris about this too. My biggest concern for this movie, because we saw from trailers and just everyone talking about it, that there's so many cameos, and I was worried because we got the
Yeah.
Punisher, we know Bruce Banner is gonna be in it, all this stuff, and I was like, I don't like all these cameos because like they're taking time away from Tom or like
Yeah.
Peter Parker, and like how are they gonna juggle all that and make it feel like a kind of like a Spider-Man movie? So do you feel like that they're able to do that?
No, 100%. Also, do they know who Norris is? Or you just said
Uh,
Norris, but like,
yeah, I've shouted him out a few times
oh,
on the
okay, okay,
channel.
okay.
Like sometimes he's able to get me like hero packs early and stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, shout out to Norris if you're watching this. Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, his name's like his dad really liked Chuck Norris, so they named
Mm.
him Norris after Chuck Norris. Yeah, yeah, shout out to Norris. But yeah, yes, okay, yeah, I agree. I think that they did a really good job of making it feel like a Spider-Man movie, and like they juggle all those characters, but it felt like Spider-Man at the end of the day, like it was about his emotions and everything the most. And I think they also did an amazing job at making sure all these other characters got their time to shine as well. Like
Yeah,
I feel like
for sure.
Punisher had a whole like character moment too. Like I feel like everyone had their time to shine, but it was like Peter Parker was like the
Hmm.
main character. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then do you have like a favorite moment in the movie? Like not really, if it's like something that doesn't really spoil it.
I wouldn't say like a favorite. Well, actually, I do. I do. Yeah, I kind of does spoil some stuff.
Okay, okay, okay. You
Yeah.
know, okay. Let's jump into spoilers here. Okay, so we're gonna jump into spoilers. So you guys have not seen the movie. You guys don't want to hear spoilers. Click away. So we're gonna do spoilers. Three, two, one. Okay, tell us your favorite scene.
Okay, my favorite scene was when MJ Zendaya invited Tom into like their apartment,
Okay.
like to meet up with Ned. And like I don't know, I
Oh,
feel
I know
like
what
they
you're talking
were
about.
able to like
Yes.
what were they doing? Like
They're
making
like
Legos
playing
or
Legos.
something?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I felt like that was so cool and it felt like the other Spider-Man movies. I don't know.
Yeah. You mean the other ones in terms of like the Tom Holland ones or like the Toby or Andrew?
The
Like what do you
Tom
mean?
Holland
The
one,
Tom
like
Holland
with
ones.
his
Okay.
best friends
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's great. So we tried not to talk too much about the movie after we saw it, but we talked a little bit, and I was like, oh wait, I want to do the podcast. Let's not talk
Mhm.
anymore. But I was surprised because I didn't know your take on this, and you didn't know mine either. But I am not. I was not a big fan of the Ned Leeds character before this movie.
Yeah, I don't know why. He's
Yeah,
so cool. Like he's so funny.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's more comedic relief. Like
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that we go into movies with like different things that we want from the movie.
mhm.
I think for you, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think for you, you really want that like comedic relief. You want humor
Yeah.
and you love Marvel humor. I also love Marvel humor. For me, I want something like impactful that I'm like remembering thinking about every single day. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Yeah, that's not me.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
go there for the laughs.
Yeah.
For I mean
Yeah.
for the story too, but
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
good laugh is nice. Like
Yeah, yeah. Quick side tangent before I go into like the Ned Lee's character. We're talking about we rewatched a little bit of No Way Home, the previous
yeah.
movie, before going to Brand New Day. And then while we're watching together, you're telling me you're like, "Oh man, Aunt May dies, right?" And
Yeah.
then he says something else like, "Oh, at the end, I think they like forget who he is." I was like, "Bro, I think about that every night, dude,
Yeah.
because that's
Like
like
it's
so
because
impactful." Yeah,
like a lot happened in the movie, so I'm just like trying to remember and it's
yeah,
been a while.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I feel like
Well,
that.
okay, first of all, I didn't say like I forgot that Aunt May dies. I
Yeah,
knew Aunt May dies. Like I
yeah,
remember
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay. I don't think about that every day, but I knew that's what happened
Yeah.
and what was gonna come up in the movie. That's why I was saying like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
Aunt May dies. Like
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I think that if I asked you, does Anime die? You're like, yes, of course she dies. But I feel like that you just kind of forgot that it was like in this movie is about to happen.
no,
Like, oh
I
no.
was bringing it up like it was
Oh,
about to
okay. You seem so
happen.
surprised.
I wasn't okay, in my opinion, I was not surprised.
Okay, okay, okay.
I was just
My bad.
like the shock of it like coming back, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
she's about to die. Like
Okay, I see.
that's
I see.
what
Okay,
I meant.
I misunderstood then. I thought you're like, what? You forgot Aunt May, or like not that
No,
forget that she dies, but like that it happens right here. I guess
no,
was
I knew. I told
okay,
you
okay,
this
okay.
happened.
Gotcha.
Like,
Okay. All
yeah,
right. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. But I feel like it's less, maybe like not something they think about as much.
yeah. No, I don't
And I
think.
remember you said you didn't like that part of the movie because you didn't like her dying because it was like sad.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like that stuff adds to movies for me. So like that's kind of what I'm talking about in terms of like I think we're going to movies wanting different things. And like I kind of like if it makes a movie better and people have to die, I'm like, hey, like you should die then if it makes the movie better.
so if there's a movie and for the plot a dog has to die, you're like, okay,
I mean, as long as it's not a cat.
okay,
Um,
either a dog or a cat.
I mean, if it's cat, it'd be kind of sad. But
Okay.
trust. No, that's a spoiler for another movie. I was gonna say Obsession, but let's
Oh
not.
yeah,
That's not
no.
that. Okay, okay. So back on the on Ned Leeds character, I felt like that he was so annoying in all the other movies, and I was annoyed with him.
Dang.
And like, I specifically remember stuff from like Far From Home. Remember he had that girlfriend, and then basically they're dating, but like their relationship felt so. I understand that they were kids, but it felt so like unreal in terms of like it was just all comedic relief. Like there was no
Yeah.
substance, and I feel like that's kind of his character. Like he didn't really provide that. I don't know. Like yes, he's Peter's like like wingman. He's like he's got Peter's back, but I never felt like that they had a moment where like they were truly being tested or something like that.
Like their friendship.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well maybe that'll come up later on.
No, what this movie all changed it for me because
Okay.
like I was getting chills in terms of like them talking to her, like the way that Peter looks at Ned whenever Ned's like walking like in the shop.
Yeah.
Peter's like smiles like that's my good bud. And then the way they play Lego together, even though they like Ned doesn't even know who Peter was, it was like
Mhm.
back to like I've never seen that, or I could be misremembering things. I thought that I've never seen them vibe so well, like so long on screen like playing those Legos together, like in this movie, more than like even whenever they were actual best friends.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I really like that scene too. Yeah, that was a very, very good scene. Yeah, and then, but like, it's crazy because I feel like in that scene, Ned even outshined MJ. I don't know if you agree with that.
I mean, yeah, like she was just sitting there.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But
But
like
like, when can you ever say before that Ned outshined Peter or MJ or like anyone? Like that. That's
I
yeah.
don't see it outshining. It's like
Okay.
it's about them. It's their
Yeah,
scene,
yeah, yeah,
in my opinion. So
yeah.
that's why she's not really in the foreground
Yeah,
as
yeah,
much.
yeah, sure, sure. I feel like she's just like watching them like,
For
play
sure.
Legos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what is your rating for the movie 1 out of 10?
I mean, 10 out of 10.
10 out of
Yeah,
10.
it's a good
Wow.
one.
Okay,
It's
okay.
good. I didn't have any issues of like,
Yeah.
oh, this could have been better, or I didn't like that. So, what was your favorite scene then?
Oh, so my favorite scene for Spider-Man, I did like that. I think that was one of my favorite scenes. Whenever he was playing with Ned as Spider-Man. I also liked the scene where him and or not Mary Jane, but Michelle Jones Watson, MJ, whenever they were like on like the roof or something like that, and then she remembered him, and they were
Yeah.
kissing,
Oh, yeah, I know.
and
It
then
was
Tom was like
diabolical.
crying, and he was
Diabolical.
like, and she was like, "Yes, Peter, I remember you. Like it's all clicking for me
Yeah,
right now,
that
and
was
like
so
all this
messed
stuff."
up for all of us.
That was so good. That was such a good scene. And then it ended up being Sadie Sink's character,
Mhm.
which is Jean Grey. So she was like in MJ's mind, and she knew that Peter loved MJ in all the past, even though MJ didn't remember it because it wasn't in her mind.
Yeah.
She couldn't enter Peter's mind, but she actually she like went into Peter's apartment, like broke in, and she like found that letter. Oh
Yeah.
man, can we talk
Yeah.
about this letter? This letter, okay, so Peter Parker wrote this letter to read to MJ in the end of No Way Home to
Mhm.
remind her that he's Peter Parker, that they used to date, they love each other, all this stuff. This letter like ruined everything for him because like it, Phoenix wouldn't even know about MJ if he didn't leave this letter like in his
Yeah.
apartment. And then afterwards, MJ found a letter and was like all of a sudden,
Yeah.
like what is up with that
I
letter?
knew
Yeah.
that was gonna happen. Like
Oh
she
yeah.
has to find this thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it is a good thing that he didn't give it to her back then. Because I
Okay.
feel like maybe she wouldn't have been as open.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I feel like
Yeah.
it wouldn't have ended in the best way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
now, like they have some sort of relationship, like more friendship vibes, of course.
Yeah.
But like, he can go over to the apartment. Like there's
Yeah.
more friendship there. Whereas before, I don't know. I'm just thinking like, the fact of her being in danger, her saving him,
Yeah.
like they have that bond already and she doesn't know him, then she finds out she does know him. I feel
Yeah.
like that added to it. And if he would have read her the letter back then, I don't think she would have been
Yeah.
friends with him, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay, so you actually think that this like turn of events ended up being better than like if he just like confessed and like told her everything
I
from the
think
get go.
so, yeah.
So that's actually I think we actually disagree with that. So this is like the my one gripe with the movie. I thought it was an amazing movie. Okay, I loved it. I had a really good time. I'm down to go see it again tonight if you want.
No.
Okay, but so the I was telling everyone about this too. I did not want by the end of this movie for MJ and Ned to know that Peter Parker's Spider-Man
Why?
because
You suffered enough.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how long had it been? 4 years?
But so much of it was off screen. And so I'll say this. I feel like that a lot of it was off screen. I just wanted to sit with it a little bit longer, right? In terms of like, I know it's a long time for us in terms of like
Yeah,
how long we waited for the last movie, and it's a long time for him. It's been 4 years, right? He went through
yeah.
all college, so it really hit. But I just, because my biggest gripes with the first like trilogy of the Tom Holland inspired movies was that he had everything going for him. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't have the problems that a normal like Peter Parker
Yeah.
has, and he never had to juggle really Spider-Man. Like you could argue he juggled in Far From Home. Like, oh, should I tell MJ who I? But it's like it felt very like kiddie. Like she already knew, but like she was guessing, you know, like whatever. But it's like, oh, I know. And then like immediately she knows he's Spider-Man. Like he tells her, and then like you know they start dating, and it was just like there was no point of like this juggling. Like where being Spider-Man is like ruining his relationships with his friends. So
Mhm.
like this was the first. That's why I loved No Way Home so much because it really like reset that. And now he had to be Spider-Man, who actually to his lovest, like his most loved dear ones, they don't know who he is. Because that's like for me, that's like peak Spider-Man. Because whenever you are like, imagine if I was Spider-Man and you
Mhm.
didn't know who I was, you're like, bro, like he's not showing up for dinner. He's like not doing the things, not being reliable. He's not doing all
Yeah.
the things I need him to do. And it's like I can't tell you that I'm Spider-Man. I think that's what like really pulls me into like Spider-Man. And Tom's never had that. But obviously he had it in this movie in terms of like obviously it was 4 years. So I think that they did the best way that they could have done it in terms of like, okay, it was 4 years. Like he suffered. They showed how much he suffered. They showed him going to the apartment, watching MJ kiss her new
Yeah, that
boyfriend.
was enough for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
think
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, we do disagree.
yeah. No, I mean, I felt so bad for him, but at the same time, it's like in No Way Home, like no one everyone knew he was Spider-Man. Like, you know, Aunt May knew,
Yeah.
obviously, like she's gone, but like Aunt May knew, Ned knew, you know, MJ knew. And then and now at the end of this movie, once again, everyone knows. So
Mhm.
like MJ knows, Ned knows, like his two best friends know. So it's kind of like we couldn't even go one full movie where like his best friends, like his close people, don't know he's Spider-Man. Like everyone always knows. He always has like that support,
Mhm.
which is obviously good for a character. But there's like a meme where like people say like Spider-Man fans want him to suffer. Like whenever he suffers the most, that's when Spider-Man fans are most happy. And like I don't want him to suffer. I just don't want him to always have a support system. I
Okay,
don't know.
well,
That sounds bad.
that is bad. So
Yeah.
you think you wanted him to suffer more?
So basically, I wanted him to be Peter Parker
Mhm.
and then
Alone.
no, and then become friends with MJ and Ned again. And I wanted to be good, but they don't
I
know he's
see,
Spider
I
Man.
see.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that the movie's set in a way where like it's shown that he needs to have friends and a support system. And I think that's awesome. I just wish they didn't know he's Spider Man now too, because like so we know MJ knows he's Spider Man, but then like the thing at the end, I mean, I think it can be interpreted. But like, do you think that Ned knows he's Spider Man
Oh,
now?
for
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
Because she said Peter, MJ mistakenly like called Spider-Man Peter and Ned heard earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
So like yeah, it's like so the next movie he's gonna be the guy in the chair again, I'm guessing. And
Yeah.
MJ's like no and it's like, hey MJ, I'm gonna go do Spider-Man thing, you know? So yeah, I just wanted like be friends and then it's like, hey, let's invite Peter to go see like the like new movie and then Peter didn't show up again. That guy's such a flake, like he's so annoying, and it's like, guys, I'll save the world,
I
but I can't tell you. You
I
know?
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. I just don't agree.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's totally fair because I mean, obviously he suffered enough. Like you know, he suffered a whole lot in 4 years. I think they did such a good job in showing the scenes of like Ned just rubbing in like on Instagram. He was like, "I'm the happiest I've ever been
No,
in my freaking
100%.
life." Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's
then
just there alone, like,
yeah,
getting beat
yeah,
up every
yeah,
day.
and then like Ned will say things like it's so funny. It's like these memories are unforgettable. I
Yeah,
would never like imagine that. Yeah, so I think they really like hit
yeah.
the correct spot for that. So I think they did it in the best way possible. I just wish that he had a whole like at the end of this movie they didn't know who he was, but
Okay.
they didn't know.
Do you think
Yeah,
that's a hot take?
what I just said.
Yeah.
I hope not. You guys let me know down in comments
Okay,
if
I
you
don't know,
agree with
I feel
me.
like they're not gonna agree with me. I don't
Okay,
know.
hopefully, because
We'll see.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So for me, I give the movie a 9 out of 10. Yeah,
Dang,
give 9.
okay.
I think it was near perfect. Yeah, it was really and I think both of us the favorite parts of the movie for us were both like the emotion moments with
Yeah,
MJ and Ned. And I did not expect, you know, going to the movie, I actually did not want MJ and Ned to be in it. I wanted to be like
because
a
Spider-Man.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
maybe make his own new friends like Gwen. Like I wanted him to
yeah,
introduce like a Gwen, have like Harry Osborn, like people that like a new knit of friends, and
yeah,
him
yeah.
going to college. But
That's
it seems like he didn't even go to college. It seemed like
no, 100% he
just
did.
Spider-Man out for
Yeah,
4 years. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I for a second there, I did think he was gonna call Jean Grey.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
oh my gosh, are they gonna like get in contact?
yeah, yeah.
I was scared for a minute.
What I would have wanted, like, before watching the movie, was that MJ and Ned like not really have a big role in it. And I just
Mm,
wanted Peter Parker to like go to college, be Spider-Man, meet Harry Osborn, meet Gwen, and like hang out with them. And then maybe after this trilogy, he goes back to MJ. Maybe like
exactly.
Gwen dies, like how she does in comics, and then he goes back to MJ, and you know what I mean. So like that's kind of what I wanted. So I didn't want this to be another like thing, kind of the same thing that we've seen with like Ned and MJ. But once again, I think that even though I disagree with like the direction, I think they did it in the best way possible, and I think that's why it's such a good movie. Let's talk about really quick before we end it. Let's talk a little about Hulk
Oh yeah.
and Phoenix, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
So, what do you think about Hulk? Do you care? Are you like a Hulk fan, or are you just like whatever?
I'm not a personally I'm not like that big of a Hulk
Yeah.
fan. So I don't know.
Okay.
I was just like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I understand it's a very important thing. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you briefly explained it to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is not Professor Bruce anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I understand that, but I don't know. I was just like, oh, there's Hulk again.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that it was amazing that in a Spider-Man movie they were able to turn Hulk back to what all fans wanted him to
Mm,
be.
okay.
And I don't know, like as someone that just watches the movies, did you vibe with Professor Hulk? Like whenever in Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, Bruce Banner found a way to merge
Yeah,
himself
like
with Hulk,
balanced.
and he
Yeah.
was kind of like a neutered Hulk.
Yeah.
He was always in Hulk form, and he just wasn't as scary
Yeah.
anymore, but also wasn't as strong. So I don't. Did you like? But he was super funny. So like
I know, I
yeah.
liked it.
Yeah, I remember like kids would like come be like, "Oh, take a picture." So he'd be like, taking
Yes,
pictures."
like the selfies
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
all of that,
And
like
he would like fake rip off his shirt to be like, "Oh, I gotta do this again." And be like, "Oh, I'm angry, I'm Hulk,"
yeah.
So you had no problem with
No,
that. Okay.
I'm not like
That's fair.
that
That's
big of
fair.
a Hulk
No,
fan.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Maybe if I
yeah,
was, then I would be like, "Oh, that's not really Hulk,"
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. So like the like Marvel fandom like hated that so much,
Oof.
and it was like one of the biggest things. So it's so cool that basically Phoenix's character, whenever she took control of Bruce's mind,
Mhm,
she like broke something in there.
mhm,
So now the Hulk is back out, and then I loved whenever Tom saw that Hulk again. He
mhm.
was like, "Whoa, you're bigger, like
Yeah, you're
than
more,
than
like,
the other Hulk.
scary.
Like what happened?" Yeah, and it was like really big, really scary. Yeah, so that was super cool. Okay, so it's not a big part for you, but that added a lot for me. For the movie. I just like how they were to do that for the Hulk character, and then for the Phoenix character, I did man, I before watching the movie, I really did not want her to be in the movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because once again, I wanted to be a Spider-Man
Okay,
movie,
okay, yeah, sorry,
and
yeah.
I was so worried that it's gonna be an X-Men movie, like
Okay,
bringing in the
okay.
X-Men. But I think they did a great job once again. I'm totally fine with her being in it because it's not an X-Men movie at all. It's just kind of
Yeah,
her, yeah, yeah, kind of her being like this one side character or whatever
yeah.
to a Spider movie. And I thought it was crazy that he created the inhibitor that like yeah,
Yes.
I don't even know this in the X-Men like storylines.
Mhm.
Inhibitor cards are such a huge thing you put on like mutants and then they like lose
Yeah,
their
I
powers.
know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
like, bad.
So like in the MCU, Tom like,
Yeah,
or
he
Peter Parker,
actually
he
did it.
created it.
Yeah,
Like that's crazy. Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm excited to see what's gonna come with that. Oh, and last thing I want to talk about the Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
Their dynamic was I think it's my new favorite dynamic
No, I
in
love
MCU.
it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Tom or I keep saying Tom, Peter Parker
Yeah, yeah.
and Punisher, like yelling at each other. He's like, "What are you doing? What are you,
No,
this
yeah,
guy?" And he
it's
kept
so
saying
funny, and,
this
like,
guy.
they're, like, Staten Island, like,
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
accent, like,
Yes, yeah,
all
yeah,
of
yeah,
that stuff.
yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
so
Peter
funny.
Parker really felt like a New Yorker. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
100%. Oh, yeah, I told you that, like, this is, like
Yes,
I just feel like we were finally getting a Spider-Man in New York. I don't know,
yes,
like, yeah, sure,
yeah,
like, other movies were set in New York, but it wasn't the same, I
yeah,
felt.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know. Maybe because we saw, like, a lot of more, New York people and, like,
yeah.
I don't know, even the end credit scenes, it's, like, New York
Yes,
again. It's, like, I don't
yeah.
know, I thought that was nice.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that they really emphasize like them being in New York. They emphasize like Peter Parker having like some New York in him because
Yeah,
I feel like he didn't really have it in the previous
for sure.
movies. Yeah, and yeah, I think before this, my favorite dynamic was Hulk and or not Hulk, Thor
Mhm.
and Star-Lord. I thought they were so
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
But
So
I
funny.
really like the Spider-Man and Punisher one. That one's really funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any other like closing thoughts about the movie or anything?
No, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, it was amazing movie. Was it movie of the year for you?
Um, like, compared to the other movies we've watched this year?
Yeah. So we've seen Toy Story 5, we've seen Obsession. What else is good? I don't know.
Oh, what was it called? The drama
Oh, the
with Sydney
drama was
Sweeney.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That one
good.
was good.
That threw me for a loop. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
That's a really good movie if you guys want to watch that. But
Um, what else did we watch?
I don't know. For me, it was the
The
best one.
Devil Wears Prada 2.
Don't recommend.
No, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think this is number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Same for me. I mean, usually on a lot of these Tom Holland movies, after I rewatch, I actually like it a lot more. So I'll see if like on
Yeah.
a rewatch if I can bump it up to a 10. But I mean, I think I'm just kind of being petty because
Mhm.
it was like something I didn't want to happen still happen. But I mean, overall, I think that they did it in the best way possible. So it was a really good movie. All right, thank you so much, my Web Warrior Fanatic, Mrs. Web Warrior Fanatic, for joining us here on the podcast again to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Let us know down in comments what you guys thought about the movie. And yeah, hopefully it will be not as long as a year until we see her again.
Yeah, don't blast me in the comments, please. I'm so sorry.
Yes, please be nice. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
There, guys.
Bye.